everybody, I'm Alex Weaver here in Studio 3 for the preview show presented by Toyota, joined by Jonathan Merryman. We thought it was going to be a different maybe outcome if strategies would have changed, but Joey Logano, Paul Wolfe, the first Team Penske driver crew chief dynamic that gets into victory lane for this new set of combinations at Team Penske camp. He goes back-to-back in Vegas.
Absolutely. Kimberly Kuhn picked that on this show, and I kind of scratched my head a little bit. I wanted Joey in my lineup last week, but she was locked in on him, thought he could go back-to-back. I didn't think that would be the crew chief pairing to win, and like you alluded to, Alex, you know, Ryan Blaney, Alex Bowman easily could have won that race there at the end. I'm sure their crew chiefs want that call back. I'm sure they want that caution not to come out at the end, but things played out the way they played out. Joey Logano, Paul Wolfe took the risk, stayed out on old tires, maybe a little miscommunication there, but nevertheless, they get the win. 2020
is looking a heck of a lot like 2019. Denny Hamlin gets the Daytona 500, Joey Logano wins at Vegas, but something that is different, however, is that the Chevrolets are showing up now at the start of the season. Team Hendrick with a strong showing out in Vegas.
Rick Hendrick had to be grinning ear to ear. I looked up at one point of that race, and all four of those cars were running right there together. I think it might have been, 4th through 8th. So yeah, and it's early in the season too, so there's a lot of adjusting that can go on with those new Camaro bodies. So everyone in the Chevrolet camp has got to be grinning pretty big, and also Roger Penske, the Ford team, they looked pretty good as well.
Yeah, we saw Austin Dillon, Bubba Wallace, Ty Dillon all in the top 15 from Vegas. A camp that we didn't talk about, however, very much at Vegas, who didn't have a strong showing, was the Toyota camp, but we're now headed to a track out in Southern California in Fontana where they tend to dominate there.
Yeah, you talked about, this year looking a lot like last year. Well, who won this race last year? Kyle Busch was able to win it, was able to get that 200th win, knock that off of the bucket list. I don't think we will see what we saw in Vegas with the Toyotas. I do think they will be back. I think Martin Truex Jr. had a heck of a run going last week. I think look for that to carry over. But Kyle Busch, Denny Hamlin, Eric Jones, and we can't forget the rookie Christopher Bell. Things are going to pick up a little bit. Joe Gibbs is not going to be very happy with what he saw out in Las Vegas. I look for, not wholesale changes, but I look for them to be back on the ball this weekend.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. The 18 was darting through packs in the crowd back last year at Auto Club.
He put on a clinic last year, coming back from a penalty. Looked like that win number 200 was going to slip away from him, but he got it done.
All right, well, who's going to get it done this year? Are you going with the 18 or are you picking somebody new?
I have a funny feeling that Jimmie Johnson is going to get back in victory lane. I don't want to say he's going to bookend his career, because I do think with what I saw from Hendrick Motorsports yesterday that those cars could possibly win multiple races this year. But I think Jimmie Johnson wins his first race at Auto Club Speedway, his last race here at Auto Club. I think he gets the win this weekend.
All right, well, it's hard to go against the 18, but I also like the 19 as well. So I'm going to stay in the Toyotas in the Joe Gibbs Racing camp. It's either going to be the 18 or 19 in victory lane. All right, let's find out. We're staying out west, racing at Fontana, California, Auto Club Speedway, coming up 3:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Sunday. Make sure you watch.